Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how to install the stock ROM on your Samsung A40. Stock ROM can be installed in different cases. Stock ROM is the official version of the firmware of the operating system for your phone released by Samsung. And if you've ever changed it to a custom ROM, then if you want to go back to the stock ROM, you can just install it. If you have any problems with your current system, even if it is the official version, then you can also reinstall stock ROM, and it's gonna help you. Now, another reason is if you just want to update multiple versions up, or somewhat downgrade in some cases. I'll speak about downgrades in just a moment. Then it is also worth doing that, because if you were to update through the settings multiple versions up, let's say from Android 10 to Android 13, then you would have to do like 6 updates, and it's just quicker via computer. But let's see everything. Of course, this tutorial erases the data, so this is important that it erases the data. What we do here, it will erase your data, but there's also a video on the channel about how to manually update via a DIN. That's what it's named, and the video it's made on this phone, and that video shows you how to do it without erasing the data. So you can just go to that video, but for that video, your phone must be working. It just must be working normally and you just want to update it via a computer, because you cannot update, or you just want to do it quickly via a computer and not 6 times with your phone. So now let's get to everything. So on our phone, we'll need to get to settings and go to about phone and read a few things. First thing is the model number. Make sure to write it down. It is very important that you know it. In my case, it's SM A405FN, and that is to remember or write down. You'll need to download the firmware for your own model. So if you have the same one, you can download the same one as me. But if you have a different model, you can still follow this video. But you will need to get the search for the firmware for your own model. It's pretty simple, honestly. Now, software information, and there's something very, very important, which is baseband version. Now you can see it has the model at the beginning, A405FN, then it has a double X, then letter U or letter S, it doesn't matter, and after that letter U or S, there's, in my case, a 4. So we need to pay attention to the second digit after double X. And this second digit, I'm gonna unplug the cable because it's really annoying me. That second digit is the revision number of your bootloader on the phone. And you can see I have the revision number 4, which means I cannot install an older revision. I can only install the same one or a newer one. And now, if you have a letter, not a number, that means you just need to... letters are newer than numbers. So from 1 to 9 are older than A to Z. Basically, A is the 10th revision, B is the 11th revision, and so on. Typically, it goes to G, H, and something like that. Doesn't typically go further, but if it does, then yeah. So now we know that. Now, speaking of the downgrades, because of course you can, like, if you have the 4 and the newest one is H, well, you can install it. But remember, you later will not be able to go back to the previous version. And of course, in most cases, people would like to have the newest version for all the security updates and all the updates for performance and features and everything. But for some reason you are concerned about not being able to go back to the previous version, remember, once you install a newer one, you cannot install an older revision. But now a little word about downgrades. If, for example, you have, because it sometimes happens, sometimes not. For example, in my revision 4, if there was, let's say I have the March 2023 version, because that's what Android security patch level indicates. If you have the version 4 from March 2023 and it's on Android 11, and if there exists a version 4 from March 2022 on Android 10, you can install it. It is all possible. But a version 3 would be impossible in all cases. Now, the last thing, you can check the service provider software version. It is not that important, but you can always check it here and write it down. I'll explain everything in just a little moment. And also the Android security patch level. If you want the same exact version that you currently have, then you can also write it down. And we'll see everything. So let's go to a browser on the computer. I forgot to show you the screen. It is there. So this is what it looks like here in the browser. And we'll need to get to the website of ours at first. So HardReset.Info. And go to download. And then, if I'm right, you need to download 2 things. So in this download section, get the Samsung drivers first. They are typically here as the first thing on the list, but if they're not, just type in Samsung here. Click on download and click on download again. Now, if there's an ad, just close it. Let's download. And now let's go back to download and let's search for Odin, which is the program that we'll be using. Get the version 3.14.4 and click on download. I'll close that ad. It's gonna verify I'm a human. Most certainly. I am. And now let's download the firmware as well. So the firmware for the phone needs to be found in, just typing in SM-A, in my case the 405 FN, but if you have a different version, of course, remember, then followed by firmware. So your version followed by firmware. I'm selecting this website. You can go to any website, honestly, but I'm selecting this one because I've been using it for a pretty long time. And, well, that's how I've been using it. And that's how I always liked it. So let's go to the versions. Now, this is the CSC code, the carrier provider version or something like that. And you can either install the one that was shown in the system, FTM, but I'm not from France, so I'm gonna select just my country. And you can see there are many different versions. If you have multiple versions for your country, you can always just Google them, and some of them are unbranded. Like in my case, the XCO is unbranded version for Poland, which means that it is just the clean version. But for example, OPV, PRT, PLS, and TPL are the versions that are branded by phone carriers. Like for example, OPV is orange, PRT is something, PLS is most likely plus, and TPL is T-Mobile. So I'm gonna get this XCO because it's unbranded and I do prefer it, but you can select whichever one you like. It's best to select your country, of course, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the newest version turns out to be 4. And now what you can see here, The newest version 4 is the one that I currently have installed. It's the security patch level 2023-03-01. But if I go somewhere lower, okay, here is the oldest 4th version. It's from 2021-09-01, and it's still Android 11, but it could be Android 10, and it'll sometimes it happens on some phones. In this case, on this one, this is the oldest 4 version, and I can install it. But this erases the data even if you're doing like the other video. So yeah, but that's mentioned in that other video that I mentioned earlier. So you can select like any of the versions that are the same or newer revision. I'm gonna select the older one because it's just always fun for me to install an older version for whatever reason. Then select either of those 2 buttons, the SAMFW server, if you have the SAMFW website, if you're using it. But if you're using any other one, feel free to do that. So I'll start downloading it, and we'll get to installing the Samsung drivers. It's taking a little moment. Yeah, okay, there's the download link. Okay, you can see it is being downloaded. In the process, we can already start unpacking all the drivers, getting it to work, and yeah, so as I said, we'll get to the downloads. Right click on Samsung USB drivers, extract all, extract. Do the same with Odin and with the software once it's downloaded. Yeah. Now let's go to Samsung drivers, open them, and install them. I have them already installed, so I'm not gonna do it because it takes some time. So I'm just gonna click on no. But you should install them, and after installing them, make sure to restart your computer because otherwise it won't work. Now let's go to the Odin. Let's find it and let's open the exe file. Click on OK, and you can see that our program is opened. Now, before you begin with your phone, if you have a Google account signed in on your phone, it is important that you log out of it. So let's go to the settings, accounts and backup, manage accounts, and if you have a Google account right here, click on it and then tap on remove account. If you have multiple ones, do that for all. Okay, now let's put our phone in download mode so it can communicate with our phone, with our computer. Let's turn it off by pressing and holding on power and volume down, then tap on power off and tap on it again and wait a little moment. Now, get a cable ready that is already plugged into your computer and not yet to your phone, and while pressing and holding on the volume up and volume down, plug it into your phone. You'll see a blue screen, and on that, you need to shortly press on volume up. Now you'll see downloading mode, and your phone, if the drivers were successfully installed, it should light up as a COM port right here. As you can see in my case, it does. Now let's go to downloads. You can see I have my firmware already downloaded, so I can extract it pretty simply. So let's do it. Okay, it's a second. Okay, and now once it's extracted, we can close it. We can go to Odin and select BL, click on BL, and select the file that begins with BL in the directory where you've extracted the folder. So we have the BL file. It's gonna take a little moment. The AP, CP, and CSC. I'm loading AP typically at the end because it takes, for some reason, it takes a little longer than everything else. So that's why I load AP at the end, but it doesn't matter. You just need to load the files BL, AP, CP, and CSC. and just load them with the beginning, like beginning with BL, beginning with AP, beginning with CP and CSC, and that's gonna be fine. Okay, as you can see, it is loaded, so now I can click on start, and if it begins, then it's great. Sometimes it just gets stuck at setup connection in the logs. So in that case, you should just unplug the cable, press and hold the power and volume down key for 7 seconds. It'll restart the phone and enter the download mode again, and it should work then. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to you when it's done. It's gonna first load it onto the phone, then restart the phone. So it may take, on this phone, typically like 10 minutes, since the phone is quite slow. And yeah. Okay, now it's done, and you can set it up, you can use it. The stock ROM was installed, and I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.